Hello, my name is Tana Rojas, and I'm the creator of the magazine Realidad. This is a lifestyle magazine focused on Latin America that addresses issues regarding politics, environment, socialism, and culture. This magazine is different from the ones already existing because it targets both positive and negative aspects of the Hispanic culture. At the end, its purpose is to show the reality of the Hispanic countries. Meaning that, though it's true that Latin America is going through several economic, social, and humanitarian crises, their people are still resistant, and beside all of those conflicts, there are diverse cultures awaiting to take on the spotlight. Also, my magazine highlights the role of women, which is still shadow on Latin America, and the importance of family, which conversely is actually fundamental in the Hispanic culture. Most magazine decided to show superficial positive aspects or just focus on the negative ones. I decided that I want my magazine to be different, to offer an innovative perspective to the readers. While I wanted to make a social statement that portrays the adversities that Hispanics go through, I also want to address the motivation that they find to keep going, the culture that make them proud, and landscapes that embellish their countries. Nevertheless, although the magazine portrays Latin America as their main character, its information is directed to all kinds of nationalities, mostly for young adults or adults because of the seriousness of some topics. But in terms of race or nationality, it can be read by anyone. Those who know about the culture will feel identified or perhaps learn more, while the ones that are not familiar with the Hispanic lifestyles can learn more about it. My magazine will be distributed both in paper and digitally. According to the website Statista, the time that people spend reading magazines has declined, while the number of people actually reading the magazines has increased. Thus, by distributing my magazine both in paper and digitally, I will be able to reach more audience and keep them entertained with the diversity of topics within the pages of my magazine. The ones in paper can be sold in airports or in travel stations, where people go through when they are traveling, while the ones digitally can be available in any platform, where people can reach them for any purpose they want, whether recreation, curiosity, or interest to learn a new culture. This magazine was done with that purpose, the purpose to reach each person interested in reading it. In reference to the creative process, I have to say that it definitely wasn't easy, but neither boring. Through each step, I learned something new, from learning how to use the programs InDesign, Photoshop, and even Canvas, to learn about styles, formats, and a way to enhance the magazine. When I was pondering what the main issue of my magazine would be, I went through several options, but I stayed with the theme Beauty in the Pain. I developed each feature coming from there. One of the first things I did was the design of my masthead, which I did in InDesign. I had drawn the idea on how I wanted before, and from there I created the actual design. The name Realidad comes from the idea of showing the reality of Latin America, since Realidad in Spanish means reality. Most of the pictures used were taken in my trips alongside my dad. I visited countries such as Nicaragua and Ecuador during my breaks and took advantage of what I was experiencing and keep it safe in my camera. The picture I used as my background for my cover was taken during a protest. But I still needed a main image and other pictures for my feature spread. Thus, I arranged a photo shoot. This was such an enriching experience because I had the opportunity to take pictures with professional cameras and learn about angles, light, makeup, and the purpose of them. It was fun to work alongside my friends as well. We agreed on how I wanted the pictures, and they helped me to fulfill that process. I decided that I want the pictures to appear really natural. The setting chosen was a park, in front of a beautiful lake and with the sun embellishing the scene. One of my friend, Carol, was my main model. I did her makeup and then took a lot of pictures of her. I ended up choosing the one where she appears looking at the side in a mirror shot, because I considered it to be the one that adjusted better with the background. I put both pictures together using Photoshop. In the case of the group pictures, these were done in a darker light because they were taken last. I fixed them using Photoshop in order to make them lighter enough for my purposes. I appeared in some of the pictures because I asked and directed my friend on how to take them. When putting it all together, the struggles came back once again. I just struggled on how to put it all in order, finding the right place for each feature and the right colors as well. The feature spread was not as hard as the cover, because I had some experience writing my school newspaper. The idea on how to arrange and the dark colors of the feature spread came from the research I did on the Muy Interesante magazine. The table of contents was done using InDesign and Canvas, receiving the inspiration from other table of contents that use geometric figures. The bright colors contrast with the dark colors of the feature spread and the pastel colors of the cover. I learned to change colors, to modify shapes, and to add new features, such as the line that goes in the D of the masthead. At the end, I changed some features of the cover and the feature spread in order to enhance it, such as colors and locations. All changes, creative process, as well as the preparation were recorded in my blog post. All to all, this was a learning process that I enjoyed because it pushed me out of my comfort zone. It taught me new editing, photography, and design strategies that I never thought I would have. I finished satisfied with each of the features of my portfolio because they look and express the meaning I want them to since the beginning. Thank you for listening.